Hello and welcome to the first free-for-all guide on this channel. In this free-for-all guide we will be covering the DLC map Mirage. Mirage can be a very slow-paced map, but if you control the engagements right and are set up in the right positions, then you can have a quick FFA game and win without fault. On your screen you will see a heat map of Mirage on the general FFA game, and as you see there are some dense spots where the red is covering the spots on the lookout overlooking the pool and near the lobby area of the map, and it's usually right outside that area where most gunfights go down, and that's where I will be teaching you how to set up so you can win most gunfights that you come into in that general area. As you can see on the heat map, most gunfights go down on the east side, but on the west side there's not much red. That is because on the east side I controlled most of the engagements and I won this FFA game, but normally there is a little bit of density on the west side, so I will show you how to set up on the west side in case you get overrun on the other side. In the main spot you are holding down, near the overlook area, there are about 3 spawns in that area you need to control and watch out for. I will show you some examples of the spots that you need to look out for, and I will also show you how to get in that spot in 2 different ways. Most of you probably know of the spots, but just in case, I'm putting up a video of how to get up on there. On top of the roof there is a generator where you can take cover in case somebody is coming up or they're trying to flank you, and you can try to hold up there and wait until they come around so you can try to sneak up and knife them. There are 2 ways to get up on top of the lookout. There is a little, I don't even know what it is, it's a little ramp that leads up to it that you can use to jump on top. Most people don't use that, so you don't need to watch out too often, but sometimes they will come up, so be careful. Also, you can go in a little cave area underneath, and right before you go into the entrance to go up and around, you can just jump on top of the rock to get up there. If you have dexterity, it'll be a little bit easier. So now on the other side of the map, there's an area you can hold down where there is a jeep there, and you can use that to take cover, and if you are in trouble, you can sneak behind into the room in the back. That is a secondary spot in case somebody else is on top of the lookout and you can't get there, and you probably should try to get back on top of the lookout, but this is also a good spot. If you have stock, you can strafe around the jeep with ease, and also you can C4 the people that are trying to come behind you and get into the room if you need cover. That is an okay spot, and it's easy to get into, unlike the lookout where it's kind of tricky to get up there. But if you need to, that's also a good spot. Now I will show you some classes that you can use that are best on this map. You can also create your own to see fit how you like it, but these are some classes that I use and some gameplay that I use to get the win in FFA. I use the Peacekeeper with a suppressor, stock, and fast mags. Stock is because it helps me strafe around the generator and or jeep if I need to. Fast mags, general, because I like to reload, and suppressor just because in FFA I like to stay off the minimap. I use lightweight so I can get to my spot easier. Flak jacket might also be a good thing to use because you want to block out the C4s and nades that come up whenever they're trying to wash you out of your spot. I use scavenger just because I don't like running out of ammo. Extreme conditioning and or dexterity is important, so have one of those on just so you can get to your spot a little easier. C4 and concussion are usually what I run on almost all my classes, and especially in FFA. Also, I have my vector class, which not many people use, and I just kind of discovered, so I thought I'd throw in this video. I use it with a suppressor and select fire. Whenever you're bursting the vector, it's actually pretty good. I used it with flak jacket and lightweight. Like I said before, it makes it a lot easier to hold down your spot and to get to it. I put on tactical mask instead of dexterity, just in case they threw shocks up there or concussions. I could throw this class on and survive it, and as normal C4 and concussion. Before I go into score streaks, I just want to note, if you're going to watch the gameplay in a little bit that I put up, I'm using a regular vector, not a burst fire vector, but if you have the burst fire unlocked, you should probably use it. And also I'm using a small because I didn't have the counter UAV unlocked, and I was going to shoot down all the UAVs that came into sight. So now for score streaks. I like to use the UAV, counter UAV, sentry, guardian, or the lightning strike. So I have my reasons for each of these, and you can pick and choose what you like. UAV and counter UAV are self-explanatory. If you don't have counter UAV unlocked, if you're still prestiging, then just put on like a small or something in your back pocket, or you can just try to live without it. I like to use a sentry or a guardian, depending on what I feel like having. Usually I use a sentry, and I can put that on top of the lookout, and that way I only have to look out of one position. Usually I put it to look out over the sand dunes where all the buildings are and stuff, and then I'll look over the pool area. And also I sometimes use a lightning strike if I come up against a player that knows what he's doing, so I can clear out the lookout area if I need to get up there. So for a summary, this is a good map for FFA. Not many people like it and vote for it because it doesn't come up very much on the rotation. But it's actually a pretty fun FFA map in my opinion if you know how to control it. And you can usually win with ease unless you get a super beast player in there. If you use this setup, you should win most of your FFA games in here because usually they can't take you out once you're up in your spot. So it's actually a really good spot if you have quick reflexes. Just watch out on your sides and don't get flanked. Whenever there's people coming through the buildings that you have to watch out for and the spawn areas, just be careful when you're watching. That's why the Peacekeeper is good, because it's okay in close quarter combat, but you can find some people at long range and pick them off as well. You can be shot from many sides, so be careful again. In both the lookout area and the west side where the jeep is that you're hanging out. You can be shot from the back and you can be shot from the side, so just be careful and know where your spawns are. That about wraps it up. If you enjoyed this video, then I'll hopefully be able to produce more. I'll try to make the quality a little better. I hope I did okay. So if you liked it, let me know. Maybe leave a comment. So yeah, thanks. Peace.